November 8th, 1960. John F. Kennedy narrowly beats Richard Nixon to become President of the United States. But many people across America are outraged at the shock result.
He didn't even get 50% of the popular vote. So while there were many people who loved the Kennedys and loved President Kennedy, there were a lot of Kennedy haters in the United States at that time.
Among the most outraged by Kennedy's narrow victory is Richard Pavlick, a 73-year-old retired postal worker living in Belmont, New Hampshire.
Richard Pavlick was known to be the town crank in a small town where he had retired. He began to be threatening about the town. He would write intemperate letters to the editor of the local newspaper. But it also happened that he began to act out in his own mind this plot against Kennedy.
Pavlick believes Kennedy has stolen the election from Nixon and vows to assassinate the president-elect. Kennedy's popularity and willingness to court the media means it's not hard for Pavlick to track him to his vacation home in Palm Beach.
Kennedy wanted to have that relationship with the media. So all he had to do was read the newspaper about where President-elect Kennedy was going to be staying at any one time.
Pavlick buys 10 sticks of dynamite and heads south.
He would have created what we would now call a suicide bomber out of himself. This plot was to approach Kennedy at some point where he could get close enough to Kennedy to pull the switch to set off this suicide bomb and take Kennedy out and murder him.
Sunday, December 11th, just a month since his victory, JFK is preparing to attend Sunday Mass in Palm Beach. As he leaves his vacation home, Pavlick is waiting.
Pavlick saw the president-elect come out and was ready to get out of his car and set off the suicide bomb and take the president out and murder him. But just at that moment, Mrs. Kennedy appeared in the doorway with her young toddler daughter, Caroline.
Pavlick sees Caroline next to the president, and apparently, as he would later tell law enforcement, he didn't want to kill anyone but John Kennedy, and so he stopped. He did not go ahead with his plot of blowing himself up and the president-elect.
It is Pavlick's own morals, not the actions of the Secret Service, that spare JFK's life. Incredibly, Pavlick continues to stalk the president for a further 4 days without anyone picking him up. Eventually, he is stopped by the FBI, but only by chance.